Can I fly away? Can I fly away? So much tragedy have I found. See Black, for the very first time you are joining. Okay, you are going to enjoy this. You are going to enjoy this. So nice, so nice, so nice, so nice. I usually wait until there are about 5 people before I start, so we just chill a bit. Some Harvard, you are welcome. You are welcome. What's up? How do you do? How is Lagos? How is all the meet and greet? I've been bowling. That's good. T Black 01. This is what I'm seeing your Instagram handle. Okay, so today we are talking about capacity as one of the most important money game. Okay, there's something that I have not told people on this platform before. Some of those things I want to tell them today. You're welcome, Yemi. Some of those things I want to tell them today is how I expect people I expect people to see money as a game. It's a game. See it as a game. If you see it as a game, then you see it as a sport. Once you understand it as a sport, the chances of you doing better at it is greater. Some people see money as war. They see money as going to battle. Okay, so you have to adjust that in your mind. So call it the money game. Don't call it the war with everybody or war with people. It's not. Money is not even zero sum. Everybody, super extra, you're welcome. Everybody can have money. Everybody. Not everybody will have money because, for example, not anybody will attend. Not everybody listens to podcasts. Not everybody read books. Not everybody attends live like this where you talk about money. It's easier to join a live where they are doing gossip. Whether now they are doing BB Nigeria reunion now. Here. And then one of the housemates now wants to now talk. Everybody can be there because that's just easy. The things that gives you money in this life, they are boring. They can be boring because the routine is the grind and it can really be boring. So people like entertainment, which they spend their time getting it, and therefore they become entertainment to people who actually have money. You know, because you just look at people and like, how can you be this stupid? How can you not know what is good for you? Okay, so what is actually good for people is not easy to do as well because it's a bit boring. You know, imagine that rather than watch Netflix 24 hours, Peter Bless, you're welcome. Rather than watching Netflix for 24 hours, imagine that you need to create something for your life. One of them is more interesting. One of them is like tasking and sometimes boring. Okay, so, but if you learn to see money as a game, that's why I'm always saying the money game, the money game, the money game, the money game. If you see money as a game, one of the things that you begin to think is to say, okay, so what are the rules of this game? What are the rules of this game? Who are the people that I am playing with? Who are the people that I am playing against? Okay? Alright. And remember yesterday we were talking about it was yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. We were talking about the was it yesterday? Days are piling on days. Okay, it was either yesterday or day before yesterday. We were talking about the speed of the money maker. And I was telling you about how getting work done is a function of how fast you get it done. That the person can walk from Abuja to Lagos, and a plane can also fly from Abuja to Lagos. The difference is time. Okay? So remember I was telling you that. Good. So when you are playing the money game, one of the things that you realize that you are working against, or that that you are playing against, is time. It's time that you are playing against. That's why rich people buy other people's time to get to work for them, so that they can have time, more time for themselves. Okay? That's why when people are alive, they say that you have time. You say you have time. That's why when people die, they say they are out of time. That's why when people employ people, they say, we are paying you for your time. How much will I pay you for? How much should I pay you for your time? Okay, so people use time to deploy skills. It is impossible to deploy skills if there was no time. Okay, so that is why it is important to understand the concept of speed. And I explained categorically that speed of the person who will make money, the self-actualization kind of money, is the person who understands execution, who understand that planning is useless without execution. Timely execution. Whatever you need to do, because doing all that you can do is how you become all that you can become. There is no other way. There is no other way to become all that you could become if you are not doing all that you could do. There is no way, just no way. Okay, so today I want to talk about capacity and money. The money game. Capacity and the money game. Capacity. When I was thinking about this yesterday night, I was enjoying myself just thinking about it alone. And capacity is in two folds. I will do capacity today and then still do part 2 tomorrow. So I will use today to lay the template to get you to get a particular mindset, and then tomorrow we'll just nail everything, and get this done. By the way, okay, don't let me say that. Let me just continue. All right. So you would realize that capacity is what? What is capacity? What is capacity? Eriaba, welcome. What is capacity? English dictionary would define capacity as the maximum volume something can contain. The maximum volume something can hold or something can contain, or that's one side, or the maximum thing something can produce. So capacity means either maximum containment, that is maximum volume, or maximum output. So capacity means both. It means maximum containment, maximum output. Maximum containment, maximum output. Now, you would think that the key word here is containment or volume, or that the key word is output or produce. No, the key word here is maximum. The key word here is maximum. What did I say the key word is? The key word is maximum. The key word here is maximum. Capacity is maximum. Capacity is what? Maximum. Because I will show you that capacity means maximum. Okay? Capacity means maximum. Okay? As you're any point you are getting, please be putting it on the screen, because that gives me speed. When I say something and put it on the screen, I know that somebody has gotten it, and I know that I can stop the emphasis and then just go to the next point. Okay? Because it's difficult to go to the next point if I am not sure that you have gotten the first point. Okay? Alright, so any point that you get, please just put it on the screen so that I don't have to bother about the emphasis. Okay? Now I will show you that capacity actually means maximum, because if you say that capacity is maximum containment, maximum amount of something that a thing can contain. For example, your gas cylinder. You have a gas cylinder of 12.5 kg. That means that the maximum it can contain is the gas that will fill 25 kg cylinder. Okay? And when you talk about your transformer or your electrical generating set, you say, what's the capacity? You can say 2.5 kVA, because it could not do beyond 2.5 kVA. So capacity means maximum. Good. Now, one of the other ways I will show you that it means maximum is that, for example, if you see somebody who could run, what is the capacity of a runner? It is how fast it could go, or the fastest the person has ever gone. So if somebody were to break world record now, you will say that this person has the capacity to run. We all run. Don't we all run? Can you not run? We all run. Nobody looks at me and say, Oluwayola has the capacity to run. Nobody says that, because Oluwayola does not run at the maximum that is recorded. Okay, so they just say can run. Oluwayola can run. They don't say he has the capacity. Capacity always means maximum. Now let me show you something. I told you that I was going to use today to set the template, to set the mindset template, so that I can build on it tomorrow. Good. Now let me show you something. You see, in everything that you know, in everything that you see, I'm talking about things around you, it is either that thing can do capacity of volume or can do capacity of produce. So it means that it is either a thing can take or a thing can give. Your tank, your GP tank at home, your pot, your cooking pot, your house, your table, your sound system, your this. It's either they pick what they, it's either this is about capacity of what they give or capacity of what they can hold. So human beings are one of the very few things, permit me to say things now, very few things that can combine both holding and producing. Humans are one of the very few things in life that can do, of course, apart from animals, as you were, that can combine holding as to capacity of volume to hold, and then the capacity to produce. I'm going somewhere. Please stay with me. I'm going somewhere. I want to show you something. I want to show you something this morning. Please pay attention. Pay attention. Okay. So capacity is maximum. Now, in other places, it is either maximum volume or maximum output. It's either maximum volume or maximum output. But in humans can do both output and volume. Both output and volume. Now, if you are to draw a line between volume and output, it means that there is a journey between containing and then producing. For any human, it means that there is a line between containing and producing. All right. Somewhere in the middle of that, you will notice that there has to be something called maximum reception. Maximum reception as to maximum being able to receive. As in maximum of being able to receive. So you want to pay attention to that. It is very, 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 very important. Give me a minute, please. I'll be right back. Just a brief second. Okay, thank you. I'm back. All right. So you will notice that there's between volume, containing, and producing, there is a midpoint. There is a journey in between. On that journey, there are several points. One of the points I want you to pick is that there's also what you call maximum reception, or the capacity to receive. The capacity to receive. Thank you, Peter. The capacity to receive. So when it comes to human beings, it's not just volume. It's not just about containing. There's also capacity to receive, and then there's also now capacity to produce, which could also mean capacity to give. Okay, very, very good. Now, all of these things that I'm saying, how do they refer to money? How can all of these things mean money? So what does money mean in all of these things? What does money mean in all of these things? How does money come into all of these things? Let me show you how money comes in all of these things. So, there are two children. Both were born into middle class family, in the same area, in the same hospital. In fact, the parents work in similar parastatals. These children are going to go to the same school. Both families are good people. The husband here is good, the father here is good, the mother here is good. The father here is good, the mother here is good. Moderately liberal here, moderately liberal there. firm to the right extent here, firm to the right extent there. Everything. So same funding, same thought pattern from parents, same schools, same work environment, same living environment, same kind of friends. Are you now telling me that these two children will have the same capacity? Because ordinarily, what is around them, what is in their environment is the same, right? It's the same environment. So if capacity was just a function of volume, how much you contain, and it was just a function of how much you can produce. So are you now telling me that these two children will have the same capacity of volume? Or are you now telling me that these children will have the same capacity of what they produce? No way. You know that that's not going to happen. That's not possible. So what happens? So how did one person get to have more capacity than the other? Hold that thought. I want to quickly go to another angle. Now let's assume that because they were born in the same area, in the same place, under the same environment, under the same kind of tutelage, under the same family conditions and everything, are we now saying that they both have the same capacity of volume and of produce? Let us agree. Let's assume and agree that they both have. So now that they both have, both of them now, they are 10 years old. They are going to be 12 in 2 years' time. Okay? So let's assume that they both have the same capacity. So are we now saying that they are going to be stuck with the same level of capacity? Is that what we are saying? No, that's not what we are saying. It can't be true. It cannot be true. Neither of the positions are true. It is not possible that all of them will now want that both of them now have the same capacity. It's also not true that they don't have the same capacity. So what brings in the difference here? What brings the difference is the capacity of reception, the capacity to receive, the capacity to perceive, the capacity, you're welcome, good to have you, Dr. Ayo's wife, good to have you. The capacity of each of them to receive is what is going to determine their capacity of volume and their capacity of output. So when it comes to the issue of money game and we want to talk about capacity, the first thing a person must learn in terms of capacity is the capacity of reception. What is your maximum level of reception? What is your maximum level of reception? And let me tell you, because this is utterly important, it is possible that you are hearing this for the first time. That is why I am making so much emphasis on these things. I am telling you categorically, the people who do not participate in this life, they will buy the workbook or the book of these things. They will buy it for a lot of money. And of course, they'll be very grateful. They'll be very grateful that they found it. So don't worry. It's going to be very good value for them. But I know that they're going to buy it with a lot of money. So what determines that a person will have capacity is the person's capacity to receive. Praise the Lord, you're welcome. Good to have you. Is the person's capacity to receive. Now, what is the person receiving? What is the person receiving? What is this thing that we are receiving? It's called to receive, it's called to receive. What is this person receiving? Everything. Anything. Now, before I go further on that thought, please hold that thought too. Hold that thought. Hold that particular thought. When I say everything, hold it. Now, do you remember when I was telling you about the energy of the moneymaker? Do you remember? Do you remember when we were talking about energy of the moneymaker? Do you remember when we were talking about energy of the moneymaker? Good. Remember what I told you? You remember what I told you about how what you are supposed to know how to do is how to convert energy. How to convert energy into the energy that is desirable for your life and for your future. What is important is how you will learn to convert all kinds of energy into what is important or what is desirable for your future. What do I mean? So let's assume that you lived in a place where you didn't have money. So the energy that you get around you is the poverty energy. Now, you are supposed to convert that energy into very strong, mad, motivating factor. Some people do that. They convert that mean like, I am never ever going to be poor in my life. Because of what I have seen. Jerry Sheko, you're welcome. I am never ever going to be poor in my life. Because the energy that they are seeing, they don't like it, but they thought that they knew somehow deep inside them that the job of a human being is to convert energy. Energy, science says that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it can be transformed. That means to be converted from one form to another. You should be able to convert energy into forms that serves your purpose and serves your future in good stead. Now, what people do, a lot of people don't convert energy. They bounce energy back. So if somebody was angry with you, you have to be angry with that person. If somebody abuses you, you have to abuse that person. If you are driving and somebody abuses you, instead of saying, your own attitude is not correct, you should be able to say, wow, this one that I'm driving now, that people are abusing me. It's because I don't have mobile police. I think I need to work hard and have money. What can I do? I need to have my police, because if you have two mobile police in front of my car and they were carrying guns, you will not see the driver and say you are mad though. Something will tell you, I cannot insult these people. So what most people do is that they bounce back energy. They don't convert energy. They bounce it back. Everybody must learn how to convert energy. Now, let me now go back to the thought that I say you should hold. So, now that we are talking about the capacity to receive, it means, if you say receive, it means that there was a gift, or there are gifts that is being passed around you. That means that there are some gifts wanting to be given to you. If you do not receive them, you are not going to be able to do anything meaningful with them, because you do not receive them. Now, people don't see bad energy, in quotes. People don't see things transferred to them, sent to them. People don't see them as raw materials. They see them as finished products. It is, look around you. There is nothing in this life that you receive that is finished product. I'm not talking about material things. I'm not talking about somebody giving you a car. Of course, somebody giving you a car is a finished product. I'm talking about the good stuff. The good stuff. So if somebody gave you rice, then you should have jollof rice. You think that rice is a finished stuff because of how much process it has gone to, but you see, value is in processing. God, don't let me jump ahead of myself. Let me stop there. Don't let me go to that. Don't let me go to that point. Let me just, because that's another topic. If I enter that one now, it's just going to be, you're probably just going to get lost there, and I don't want to get lost. Okay, so your capacity to receive stems from knowing that, remember when we talk about adversity and opposition, knowing that things don't work against you. So your capacity to receive is to say, bring all the energy I can convert, or I convert well, or I convert maximally. Do you understand? Or I know what, I have the wisdom to convert what to what. So if you give me this, I know what to convert it to. So if life gives you lemonade, sorry Jakes, the Surveyor General of the Republic of Nigeria. Sorry Jakes, you're welcome. So you know well that you have the wisdom to convert energy. That no matter what life throws at you, you know exactly what to convert it to. Because see, if it was not about the capacity of reception, people who are born poor will be poor, and the people who are born rich will remain rich. How come there's always people going in and out of those spaces? People born poor becoming rich, people born rich becoming poor, people born poor staying poor, people born rich staying rich. That should tell you that the first most important capacity in life is the capacity of reception. 1. Seeing everything as gifts or as raw materials. Seeing everything as either gifts for motivation or raw materials to make something wonderful. If you have tasted cocoa before, cocoa that is used to make chocolate, that thing is bitter. If you have tasted cocoa before, it's bitter. But chocolate is sweet. So imagine that they gave you cocoa and were like, how can you give me this bitter thing? Thank you, Peter. Yes, so if I give bitter leaf, make black soup. And then when you now make black soup, now teach 1 million people how to use bitter leaf to make black soup. Oh my, I don't even want to go there yet. Okay? Now, it is very, very important for you to realize that the most important capacity in life is, first of all, the capacity to receive. Now, followed by the capacity to convert. Because if something gives you, if you have capacity to contain, and then you are unable to give capacity to produce, what that means? It means you are a lake, it means you are stagnant. No. So the most important capacity is, first of all, capacity to receive. The second capacity is capacity to convert. And then we are now talking about the capacity to contain and store, and then the capacity, you guys are hilarious this morning, and then the capacity to produce. So get this in your mind. Capacity, when it comes to capacity, life is always giving you things. Life is always giving you gifts. The difference here is that some people do not have the capacity to receive. Some people don't even know how to have capacity. Some people don't know how to have capacity. Okay? Good. Now, let me now tell you. Jock, since you are now saying that this capacity thing now, we don't know whether you are born with it, we don't know whether you are... So how does a person have capacity? The way a person has capacity, let me tell you. You see, the human being is the top of the most perfect creation. The Bible says that God rested. Okay? And then man is a function of rest. Okay? Now, what it means is that the way you are engineered, the way you are made, you can remake yourself. That if there was anything that you didn't have, you could create it. The question will now be that, so if you do not know that you lack anything, how would you have to create it? Which is why the most important thing in this life is to know. And then knowing is in applying. What am I saying? As long as you realize that there was something that you need, you could get it. So everybody who will make capacity only need to realize that they need capacity in that direction. That is all. Or to realize that capacity in a certain direction will position them for better capacity before. So human beings are the only thing that can remake themselves. That is why man is a function of rest. What I mean is that rest because you can be corrected. Rest because you can be fixed. Rest because you can do better. Rest because you have hope. Rest because this cannot be the best of your life. Rest because you can get better. Rest because you will have more. Rest because you can multiply things. Rest because you are human. Rest. So that's why I said man is a function of rest. Now it is that knowledge that makes man to be more or to become more. See, I know I'm talking deep stuff, but let me make it simple for you. As long as you have information or somebody brought to your attention that there was something that you need and you agree that you need that thing, you can always get that thing. What does that mean? It means that a man cannot lack. It means that a man cannot lack. It means that you cannot lack. The only thing a man can lack is maybe not knowing what he lacks. That's all. That is why people must read books. That is why light is like illumination, which means that you can have a thing and not know that you have it because you can't see it. Because if somebody told you that you don't have something and then you can create it, that means you had that thing all along. You just didn't see that you could create it, which means that you didn't see that you have it. So there is nobody that does not have capacity. Only people who don't know they have capacity because nobody has shown them what capacity looks like or what kind of capacity is first of all important to have. Now, I want to wrap up today's session with this. Because I know that I'm saying some very deep stuff, so I don't want to cramp your head with too much deep things. I need you to even, first of all, go and think about this and think about like, wow, and get it, internalize and get it. So this I'm going to round off. Now, I like a story. The story was said, it was a parable. It was said by a man that lived about 2,000 years ago, who was very, very wise. Okay? And he was saying that, look, life is like this. Life is like a man who has 3 servants, and he says, guys, I'm going to travel, but I want to entrust things into your hands. And he gave each of them big money. So he gave one $500,000, and he gave one $200,000, and he gave one $100,000. Okay? And he said that the man gave all of them according to their capacity. So you look at this one and says, this one can only handle $500,000. This one can only handle $200,000, and this one can handle $100,000. And then he left on the journey. And the idea was that take this money, do what with it, multiply it, use it, make it bigger. Do it, use this money, make something out of your life, make your life bigger, make the money bigger. Now, I don't want to go into the story of what they now did with it. I want to stop at, so he gave them according to their capacity. How? How did one get to have the capacity of $500,000 and the other one had the capacity, only a capacity of $200,000, and then the last one did not even get to have the capacity of $100,000, just $100,000 was the capacity that he could have. How? They were both servants. They did not say this one was senior. They did not say he gave them according to their rank. He did not say he gave them according to their position. They were all servants on the same level. So how did one person get to have capacity more than the other? How did it happen that this person now has capacity more than this person? What happened? What freaking happened? Do you know what happened? What happened was the capacity to receive. The capacity to say, okay, so I'm here, my master is giving me a lot of things, and to take. Because listen to me very carefully, listen to me now. The proof that you are receiving is in giving. You know how they say you cannot give what you don't have? Good. The point here is that the proof that you are receiving, the proof that you have capacity to receive, is in your capacity to give. And how do you give? You give by putting yourself out there. So when they say, can you do this? You say, yes, I can do it. And you go do it. You say, there's one thing here to be done. And you say, no, I want to be there. I want to do it. You say, are you not managing something? Yes, I'm managing something, but I can also do this. Oh, I'm done with this. Okay, can I have more? Yeah. That is to say that you are accepting responsibilities as gifts and you are performing tasks that the responsibility requires you to perform. That is how capacity is built. That is how capacity is built. That is how capacity is built. Capacity is built when you receive. You prove that you receive, no matter what it is. You prove that you receive by converting to what is there for your future and by giving out that energy. By taking on responsibilities and performing the tasks required of those responsibilities. That is capacity. That is capacity. There is no other thing that is capacity other than that. So, this is the template that I want to give you this morning. This is the template I want to give you this morning, because you need to have this template before I talk about the part 2 tomorrow. So what are your tasks today? What are your tasks today? Your task today is that you will list out 10 things that the universe, your relationship, God, your friends, where you work, what you are exposed to. You list out 10 things that the universe is giving to you. When I say universe, I mean God, I mean everything, you know. So you list out 10 things that you have, that is being given you. I don't care whether it is negative presently or whether it is positive. But I have told you to regard everything as a gift. Because if you do not regard them as a gift, that means you are cherry picking. And if you are cherry picking, that means you are not receiving all that you could receive. People say, I don't take bullshit. I don't take bullshit. I don't take bullshit. And because they say I don't take bullshit, they don't go ahead in life. And the people say, I take bullshit and I allow it to motivate me. I take it, I use it to build so that I don't have to need more bullshit. So there's nothing like I don't take bullshit. That is for small people. So when they say I don't take bullshit, they say if somebody throws bullshit at me, I throw the bullshit back at them. Whereas if you give some people bullshit, they will make it manure and grow trees from it and sell the fruit. So your task here is to list out 10 things the universe has given you. Second task is to list out what you want to convert those gifts to. What process are you going to take the gift to go through? What do you want to make them become? What do you want to make them become? So your task today, there are just 2. List out 10 things the universe has given you. List out what you want to make of those 10 things. Capiche? So, do I need to recap? Let me recap. Let me summarize to you because it is important that you get this. I hope you guys are seeing how every day is building on every day. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. You see how they are building on themselves? Very good. Very, very good. So, today we were talking about the capacity and as a money game. And I explained that capacity usually in English dictionary means maximum volume or maximum output. Which means that capacity is all about maximum. Okay? Good. However, I told you that what you will not find in the English dictionary is that human beings can do both. They can contain and they can have output. Which means that somewhere in between containing and output, there always has to be some reception, receiving. Which means that the first important kind of capacity is first of all the capacity of reception. Which means that the capacity of reception is important as prerequisite to capacity to contain and as prerequisite to capacity to produce, to give output. Now, people have low capacity to receive because they do not understand that their job is to convert. Your job is not to eat. Your job is not to chew. Your job is to convert. In fact, when you eat food, what you are doing is that your body is converting chemical energy to all kinds of energy. Even the thing that you call eating is not eating, it is conversion. Please, let that stick into your mind. You do not eat, you convert. You do not eat, you convert. You do not eat, you convert. People who convert better are healthier. People who convert better are healthier, even when it comes to food and maybe obesity. People who convert better are healthier. So you must understand that human beings are machines of conversion, converting energy, receiving gift and converting energy. Very good. And I now went on to say that since nobody was built with particular capacity and people can have different outlook to life, what is important is that the person just needs to have information of what they need to do or what they need to produce. As long as you know what you need to produce, you are made in such a way that you can produce anything, because man is a function of rest. Man is a when God, Christians here understand, when God was angry with man, what he took from them was rest. Which means that from the word go, man was supposed to be a function of rest, a being. So now, when you understand that, anything that you need, you could make. As long as you make anything you need, that means that you never lack anything. So it means that it is impossible for you to lack. So that needs to get into your mindset. And it is now when you have that I can now tell you the things I want to tell you tomorrow. Thank you very much, guys. It was really awesome. So we are going to be doing our live at 8:30 now. That 8 o'clock is not working. We've seen that it's not working as the best. So we're just going to stick with 8:30 in the morning. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. I'm sweating because today I just feel like I need to get this across to you. I just need to get this to you. I just need to get this to you. I need to get this to you. I need to get this to you. And I'm happy I was able to do that. So please send your feedback to me on WhatsApp, on Instagram, DM, anytime. Please, I need to know how you feel. You need to tell me, I'm getting stuff. Feedbacks are important. Life is also built on feedback. Okay? Alrighty. Thank you very much, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love you. So bye. See you tomorrow at 8:30 for the part 2 of capacity and the money game. Thank you so much. Millionaire Sam. Millionaire Sam, I saw your WhatsApp story today. I so like it. Sam, I like it. T Black, good to have you. I'm expecting tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody make it a date to be here tomorrow for 8:30. Let's do the part 2. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Bye.